To play for here as we're underway in Week 15. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 13-yard line.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 60, orange. Topper, top, hut.
A run for Nick Chubb. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a...
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They give him a gain of 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A first carry now for Jordan Howard. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, Love got an open man. It's Foster. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 33 yards that time. He's already thrown for more yardage in this first quarter than he did all of last week.
And I could be snarky here and say, well, he didn't throw for a lot of yards last week. But the bottom line is he put in a great week of practice and really came out ready to go in this one.
Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, does the head coach think?
And that will be caught by Jones. He's got a Buffalo touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Ready? 10 logo. Go. Check it out, please. Snap.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Let's go. 60 outlaw. Hey. Hey, team 6. Team 6. Ready?
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. On first down now, run with McKinnon. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Ready, set. 61. Master, go.
On first and 10, Herbert. It's caught. Smith. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
60 Pittsburgh.
On 3rd and 2, Herbert. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. So on 4th down, on comes the Buccaneer kicker, Matt Gay. And Gay knocks this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Get off the field, defense.
A give running right is Chubb. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. To throw on second down. Love. Got a man. It's Brown. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Love into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 51 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. McKinnon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tack McKinley. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
Here we go. 50, plant.
Check tight.
Let's go.
Mark 49.
And watch that. Shoot.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. Dashing through the snow. And he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and a Bills touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, no, I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Mark 49. Mark 49.
Snap.
From the gun, Herbert. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Yeah, boy, that hole closed quickly, and I don't think McKinnon got there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. On 4th down. Herbert, that's to his running back, complete. The Bucs try it on 4th down but come up empty. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Open man, here's Foster. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21, and he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Hey, echo.
On 1st down, Herbert. He finds McKinnon, complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
2nd and 5. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Operating from the gun, Herbert. Complete to Jones. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. He may try and run for this. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
64, weak.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Chubb. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. From the gun, Love. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
He's got the hook up to Miller. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. I love that play because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible.
He's got Smith here. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. Herbert. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow is still continuing to fall as we are back underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now. And this one complete to Smith. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Herbert. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You've got to just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
Oh, he's got the lane, and there he goes. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Nick Chubb, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Go!
Off play action. Herbert. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 46 yards. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations. Quite the accomplishment. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Operating from the gun. Herbert. Flushed out right. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Second down, McKinnon. And he stopped immediately there. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at their 38. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is caught by Evans. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Herbert. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. A nice gain of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now a man open down the middle of the field. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Here's McKinnon. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
And he's brought down. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking it. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And again, it's Chubb. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Love gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That's good for 28 yards.
64.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
It's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. Operating from the gun. Herbert. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
On the delay, Jones trying to run inside, but nothing there. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Bucs on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll go again to Jones. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now this time he'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off down near the 5. A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 30, 10, and he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say,
in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Tack McKinley in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Nice 7.
On 4th down, Herbert, he's going to let it fly. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. So this one fairly well in the bag as they take over with a 1st and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Charles Harris just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Back to throw. Love going for it all. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Will Harris. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Oh, this is becoming tough to watch. I don't know that I've seen 3 pick sixes from the same